We are now letting go of autumn and slowly entering winter. And that means gloomier days and darker evenings. But it also means hot chocolate, pots of coffee, and a buttload of mystery novels. And when you find a mystery novel that is also dystopian, well, that's just perfection. Child 44 is a fictional novel set in 1950s USSR, where people are being arrested left, right, center for the smallest of reasons and killed. The people in charge want a utopian world and will do anything to get there. And covering things up to suit their narrative is a daily affair. The main character of the book, Leo Demidov, is a high-ranking officer in the government and truly believes in the goodness of the cause. He is an expert in catching people who disagree with the government and punish them for it. One day, the son of Leo's junior at work is found dead on the side of a railway track. The child's family believes that he was murdered as the child was found disemboweled. Leo is then sent to their place on the pretext of giving his condolences, but mainly to warn them to stop this narrative and accept that their child died in an accident. Why? Because crime does not exist in this utopian world. How can there be murder in a world where people are happy and satisfied? Soon after, Leo is sent on a mission to catch a traitor, and what happens on this mission plants seeds of doubt in him about the government, whose orders he has so diligently followed. When more bodies of children similarly killed are found, his trust in the system completely breaks, and the rest of the story is about him trying to find the serial killer while fighting off agents who deny the serial killer's existence. Though I wasn't convinced about the motive of the serial killer for the crimes, I have to admit that it is a superbly written book that I could not put down, and it has been a while since I read a book that I was fighting sleep for. A fascinating part of the story is that the serial killer mentioned in it is inspired by a real-life serial killer called Andrei Chikatilo, also known as the Rostov Ripper, who essayed and murdered 52 children and women between 1978 and 1990 in the USSR. While the story is fictional, the author Tom Rob Smith used this real-life story as a loose base for the book's plot. Child 44 is not just thrilling, but the moral questions it poses make you think about it for a long time. Does a noble ideology justify a series of immoral and cruel acts to bring about the said ideology? Almost all grotesque acts committed on a large scale in the world started out as an idea that could have been considered good. Let me read to you a few lines that I thought about long after I finished the book. In this scene, the main character Leo is talking to his wife Raisa. They are in a situation where they have to depend on a man they don't completely trust, and they're wondering if they should kill him. And Leo asks his wife, "Isn't this how it starts? You have a cause you believe in, a cause worth dying for. Soon, it's a cause worth killing for. Soon, it's a cause worth killing innocent people for." Another dialogue from the book that affected me a lot was again between Leo and his wife, where Raisa talks about her experience as a refugee and how she was essayed every day. And Leo thinks about this and remembers that this was common during and after the war, and these acts were often sanctioned by the state as a reward for a brave soldier. Women make 49.7% of the world population, a living, breathing half of the world demography, but are still considered objects, an appropriate reward for bravery. And people wonder why we talk about patriarchy, and they wonder why feminism is required. Child 44 is a book I would 100% recommend. Have you read this book? And what did you think of it? That's it for today. See you next time. Bye.